Get ready to stomp the horde! For the Alliance!
Hello everyone, Nubkeks here. Welcome back to another Heroes of the Storm video. This one is going to be a bit different, and I'm kind of curious to hear what sort of feedback you guys have, or sort of what sort of things you want to see, because yeah, I'll talk about this game. I'm going to talk about Muradin and Towers of Doom and some random strategy stuff that fits in here as well, which I think is very important. There's a few things in this game that made me chuckle. And then I also want to talk about the future of HotS videos on my channel. Cause I'll probably be changing things up quite a bit in the next month or two, right? Gonna probably switch it up quite a lot. Before I talk about that though, let's talk about this game first. So we're playing Muradin. So a lot of what I'm going to be doing is going to be looking to, you know, use my E to get in a great position and either pressure with my team. So for example, in this case, our team gets a nice engage. In particular, Kerrigan gets a nice combo there, I think it was. So I'm going to jump in and try to follow up, be ready to like body block, land, follow up CC and set that up. Alternatively, I might also look to set up CC for Kerrigan or someone jumping in. But yeah, playing around the Kerrigan combo, playing around an Irel engage if there is one, and then just doing normal stuff, right? So that's basically what we're doing with Muradin. In terms of talents, I'm going for Third Wind at 1, Thunderburn at 4, give him the Axe at 7, Avatar at 10, Healing Static at 13, Dwarf Launch at 16, and then Rewind at 20. It's pretty damn standard, honestly. This enables you to do a lot of single target damage, and you've got amazing mobility in the fight with your E, so you can really do some cool aggressive stuff. I'll talk about that when we get to it. One thing I want to highlight, right, this is just like the basic strategy of how to play HotS, right? This is really basic, and I see this done wrong in like most games, because I've been doing a lot of viewer games and stuff lately. Because I got really burnt out of like Hero League and stuff like that. So whenever I'm on, I try to do fun stuff like Team League or playing with viewers, because I find that a bit more enjoyable at the moment. But one thing I've really noticed, obviously playing with people across all sorts of skill levels, I think in this game, for example, probably the average skill level is something like Platinum or Diamond. People often don't appreciate, you know, what the point or what you're supposed to be doing at the start of the game in terms of how you play the map, right? So for example, Towers of Doom, what are we looking to do? Well, in terms of just PvE stuff, in terms of just the stuff that's on the map every single time and never changes, the stuff that you should really get right every single time, basically, you want to get all of the XP from all of the minions. Then you also want to get your siege camp, your sapper camp, relatively close on cooldown, like in terms of getting it, you know, getting pretty good value out of it. We'd probably put solo lane up top on this map because of that. It also opens up the opportunity that we could perhaps engage on the enemy team's camp if they go too far out. You know, if we can catch them out of position, we could punish them trying to take their camp. And yeah, that's basically what we're looking to do. Like, that's the core of playing this map. Is, okay, so we put a solo lane up top. We're going to be rotating quite a lot with heroes between mid and bot lane. We want to be getting those sapper camps. And then we want to be going to the objective, and then standard enough is to send one person up top, and then send 4 people to the bottom objective. It's very easy to rotate from the bottom objective up to your one. Very easy to defend for us, the left-hand one. Very easy for the enemy team to defend the right-hand one. So both of those basically go to their respective teams. So that's what you want to do. You can already see that like half of that's not happening in this at all. Like our solo laner right now is in the middle of the solo lane, no interest in going to that objective. The enemy team, you can see they're totally split as well. They're sending too many people to the top right, so we get the bottom one for free. I just thought that's really interesting. It shows like a very classic mistake in terms of the way we're split, especially for them, even more so for them, right? Because they have a Dahaka. What does Dahaka do? Well, he's got a global burrow, so super easy for him to be a little bit late even. He can stay and soak his lane a little bit longer, get over to his objective, capture it in the top right, then burrow into the bottom. They can get a really big advantage. You can see they were all over the place though in terms of the map. So it's just those things, you know. I thought that was really important to point out in this video, because it's such a basic thing, right? Like the map doesn't change, it's the same every single time. So you want to be getting those sort of things right. You can see now we get a kill on Chromie, so we're able to move in and steal the enemy team's sappers, which is huge. We can take ours now. They're ganking top. Our Rel is a bit too far forwards considering that we were invading there and there's no one from the enemy team stopping us, so good reason to be suspicious. Nice kill by them. Yeah, I don't know, that's just something I thought that was kind of important to point out. Yeah, in terms of switching up the HotS content a little bit, basically where I'm at the moment is, so at the start of, like, I guess it was about 3 months ago or so, we had the this particular season start, and I was doing a lot of live stream. I said, okay, gonna live stream every day for quite a bit. I'm gonna do loads of Hero League. And it was definitely fun at the start, a bit. But what I found is that personally, I don't enjoy playing HotS for like many hours every single day. It gets me really burnt out. Again, it's a little different maybe with like friends on like Team League or something. But yeah, I mean, doing it just kind of solo with random people for that long, I just get very frustrated. I get very bored. It doesn't make for great content, I don't think. So I'm gonna have to move away from that a little bit. And now I did change up the YouTube content as well because of that, basically moving into putting up more live stream stuff as opposed to fancier made stuff. Well, simply because, I mean, if you're live streaming for several hours a day, you know, for many hours a day, maybe even 5, 6, 7, 8 hours a day, there's not a whole lot of hours left to play more games and do post-game commentary and all the rest. You know, you kind of start running out of time. Which is why I wasn't doing it. So I might move back to some of that. That's kind of what I'm thinking at the moment. Is kind of going, okay, well, live streaming HotS all day, every single day. Well, it's quality camera work right here, boys. This is called the tab out because you're dead. This is the tab out of the game because you're dead to browse Twitter move. It's pretty slick. I highly recommend it. This helps you climb Hero League, guaranteed. Guaranteed. But yeah, so I'm considering that. I'm considering moving back into maybe doing even perhaps fewer HotS videos instead of daily HotS videos. Maybe one every 3 or 4 days or something like that. Solo laner dancing in mid lane instead of going to the solo lane. Healer's gonna die because she left alone solo lane. Feels bad for her, man. Feels bad for her. Poor old Oriel. Staunchly soaking the top lane while her solo laner is dancing in middle. Truly a tragedy, truly a tragedy. Yeah, probably less frequent videos. Might go back to some of the post-game commentary stuff. You know, I might just play, you know, may take like 2 or 3 days a week and play, you know, maybe 4 or 5 Hero League games each day. Then do videos on the best ones and like break them down the way I used to. That might be a fun thing to do, and then I can stream other stuff. Because I really enjoy doing other stuff. Like we've been doing the Dark Souls stuff at the moment, and I've been really enjoying that. I mean, like it doesn't get many views on YouTube, but it does pretty decently on Twitch, relatively. So, and it's also a ton of fun, right? And I like branching out into other things. So, I don't know. That's roughly speaking where I'm at and the sort of stuff I'm thinking of. In order to break down what happened there, I thought this was hilarious, right? This was hilarious with the whole stuff. So, well, Li Ming missed her spell, so that Rhaegar lived. I honestly thought he would die, so I didn't go as aggressive as I should have either. Could have done more myself as well. But yeah, so you can see when we're going in there, right? Li Ming was looking at the camp. So what we did first as Muradin, I was in the brush, ready to pounce. Saw Kerrigan miss her combo. Kerrigan misses her combo. I was looking down the bot lane, looking to get a pick, because we had a pick potential there. She missed the combo. It's on cooldown. All right, we're going to switch around and engage into the camp. And Kerrigan dies to Rhaegar 1v1 somehow. And then my favorite bit of this whole video, this whole game, is Li Ming starts flaming Kerrigan. She's like, you died 1v1 to Rhaegar. And then Kerrigan turns around and is like, I didn't just die 1v1 to Rhaegar, it was under his towers. Which is worse! It's worse! How are you dying? Why are you 1v1ing Rhaegar under his towers? That's so much worse. That doesn't make it better, it makes it worse. So yeah, I find that was quite funny, it's quite hilarious. But yeah, there's a bunch of really derpy mistakes like that happen in this game. You know, it happened quite a lot, so c'est la vie. But you can see, like, this is a great example of some of like my favorite sort of Muradin gameplay, using that level 1 to really heal up rapidly. And you know, you can go in super aggressive and do some real nice tanking, get some nice crowd control, nice damage down, and then you heal up very rapidly. It lets you get really good pressure on the map. You can take some really nice trades and stuff like that. Yeah, it just adds up into, he's a really fun character, so this is great. So we see Yrel gets a nice pick on this guy, so we're going to move in, you know, get our W down. Kerrigan combo pulls him backwards, stun that Varian, and we're able to pick him off. Vala getting some good damage out. You can see with giving the axe, we're able to pressure her off pretty well with just her basic attacks. And all this HP I've lost, it doesn't matter at all, because our level 1 talent is going to heal it up very, very quickly, which is very, very nice. One thing I was talking through and didn't get to talk about in this was the, I think I did some camera stuff to show it in the game, because I was like face palming pretty hard there as well, was the whole siege camp debacle, where Li Ming came middle to like shoot at a tower instead of going to help Oriel do a siege camp. I mean, it's kind of fair to flame them, right? They're flaming each other, so I mean, you're kind of asking to be flamed back, but Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, Li Ming is in mid lane, faffing around instead of helping the Oriel. Oriel got killed. I think did Li Ming die off it as well? Yeah, I feel so bad for the Oriel in this game. She got screwed over at the siege camp, the sapper camp, because her damage dealer didn't go with her. And she got screwed over in top lane because the solo laner wasn't there. And then these jerks are flaming each other. This poor Oriel's trying so hard to do the right thing. God bless him. God bless him. By the way, shout out to the Oriel though, really though, because he got, or she got, some really excellent, you'll see them, some crystal aegises in this game. They're like really on point, 9 chromie combos and stuff. Pretty dope. Pretty dope. And jump in this Rhaegar here, slow him down. Val gets the stun out. One of us dies. That's okay. Alright, and we should be able to cap this point pretty easily. And be pretty happy with that outcome. Alright, cool. It's Chromie. Kerrigan misses, but that's alright. We're able to focus her down pretty well. And yeah, we pick ourselves up a Chromie kill. Chromie just getting, I mean, that's another super common thing you see all the time. Chromie's like, oh my god, they're capturing the objective. I must stop them. But of course, half of her team is dead. We outnumber her. So all it does, it doesn't stop us at all. It just gives us a free kill, which enables us then to push in a whole lot of stuff, which is really nice for us and really bad for them. You know, there's times when it's just, you have to say, okay, it's gone, just let it go. It doesn't matter too much. That's a really good cleanse by the Rhaegar, I have to say. He timed that super well. He knew what was coming and he did it great. He did a great job on it. Getting some stuns in myself. Temporal loop though is gonna hurt, and there we go. Oriel lands that, which stops it hitting, and we're able to do just Muradin things. Don't even need to use my heroic there. We've got healing static at 13, so we're just able to slam that down with our W, jump out. We get a big chunk of healing from the first W impact, and then the Thunder Burn impact a couple of seconds later gives us another chunk of healing. And this helps us save Avatar. I mean, there's a good few times in this game actually where we need to burn Avatar pretty early in situations where we don't want to, for sure. I feel like we get away with it quite a bit though. We've got quite a lot of tools. So for example, what's going on here? What's going on here? Well, I know for a fact that's what's highlighting there, right? I know that she doesn't have Temporal Loop, which is the only thing that will actually kill me. I mean, I don't really do much damage at all to Merc Camp, so there's no need for me to be there. And I know for a fact, I could see it on the map, that the other members of the enemy team were up towards top and mid. Which meant that the two damage dealers were pushing bottom alone. Well, I don't want to give them a free push. I'm going to come in and attack them. I mean, it cost me a massive chunk of my HP bar, but it doesn't matter because I'm Muradin. I can just heal it back up. And then nice to actually get the kill on Chromie. But yeah, that was what I was doing there. No point in me hanging around that siege camp to help capture it. I'm not actually adding anything really. Whereas if I go over and help protect the tower, it keeps the tower alive, which is really, really useful. And just sets us up in a good way for moving forwards. Like, I'm not missing out on anything. This is pretty crazy splits here as well. Pretty crazy splits. I mean, it is ultimately 3v3 up top, I think. So they're not outmanned or anything like that. And Chromie's dead, Val is bot lane, myself and Oriel were bot lane. So nothing too exciting happening there, but yeah, we cap their one and they cap our one, which is very unusual. You don't normally see that at all. It's going to help kill this Varian. Varian's obviously, with his protected stuff, he's going to be fairly difficult to kill. Let's try to ensure we get that. Nice Crystal Aegis keeps Oriel alive. We're going to jump in front of her just to try body block what might kill her, which would be the Dahaka tongue. We get a stun on Dahaka, but not in time, and unfortunately Kerrigan does get taken out. Now I'm super low on mana myself. Ain't nothing I can do here, so this is a good time for us to Hearthstone. But I feel like, yeah, generally speaking, Muradin, you're going to be managing your mana more than your health. At least in the macro map playstyle. Obviously within the team fight, you're managing your health a lot. Ooh, Irel tanking everything. You cannot break me. Here he goes. Alright, I mean, it's a fairly even game, really. I mean, both teams are basically level 17, 25 to 14. Yeah, it's pretty even so far. The next things to look for going forwards, well, Li Ming dying is definitely definitely one to look for. We didn't particularly want to be there. I mean, that's a 4v5 we're walking into. I think this Irel's dead as well. Her ultimate's gone, yeah, so she's just annihilated. Obviously, I'm fairly safe as Muradin jumping in here. I still have my ult. I've got healing static, all the rest. So worth it for me to go in and try to distract them. You know, trying to desperately try and save that Li Ming. But yeah, Kerrigan's running from base. They had all 5 there. We get taken out. And that basically means we don't get these altars. So the question now is, what do we do? Well, I say, I mean, they're going to be top to capture these two, so we could do a couple of things. Number one, there's obviously the concern about boss. They might do boss, so we could consider being in range to invade that. We could soak bot lane. We could try to take our siege camp down bottom. There's a few sort of things that we could potentially do. Here, this is one of my favorite, like, Muradin-esque things to do. So Kerrigan gets temporal looped. What do we do? How do we stop it? Well, we just jump right on top of Chromie. And with Muradin, I've been playing a lot of Irel, so it's kind of fun experiencing the difference that Muradin has, which is a lot more single target damage with this build anyway. Able to just jump in, stun that Chromie so she can't fire all her spells at Kerrigan, reduces the damage Kerrigan takes. We get loads of cooldowns out of Chromie. We in fact draw most of the enemy team over, and our team then is able to pick up a kill. So that's pretty awesome. I love that. You know, that was one of those best Muradin moments where we're just in range to, it just works out just right. Everything kind of comes together there, and you're able to do this super, like, it's one of the most fun things I like when you're tanking, is that sort of aggressive tanking where you're diving the backline and basically tanking instead of like blocking beside your ally, like being right beside your ally and peeling directly there. You're basically peeling by removing the enemy team's damage from the fight. That's a super fun way to play, I think. So yeah, we're able to do that sort of stuff. Right there, it worked out great. In this situation, the enemy team has got such a strong presence up top, there's like no point in us going up there. I mean, we just run up there to look at our dead keep and go, oh, well, shit, now we're behind. We didn't trade anything. Pushing bottom is a much better idea. Unfortunately, our team is slightly split up in a bad way, but looks like we should kill that Vala. We get interrupted mid-jump, unfortunately. We're able to start working down this keep, and here is actually where we make a mistake. I'm definitely getting a little bit greedy here for these kills. We should be moving up towards the objectives. Really nice combo there. Li Ming, falling up on Kerrigan, manages to kill that Chromie literally as Ancestral is landing. Unfortunately, it does mean we're not going to get up here though. You can see this definitely hurts, right? The enemy team gets both these altars for free. And they get 4 shots on them because they took that top tower, which is a bit of a bummer. Now what do we do? Well, this is a great chance for us to just go for boss, right? Enemy team is 3 dead. So very, very easy boss for us to do. Our damage dealers are on the way up. And then we can go and we can start converting some of these towers, exploiting that. So just making the most out of it. Bummer to lose those 2 altars. In fact, very big bummer. That's a silly mistake. I shouldn't have been diving past that tower. I should be moving up to the altars a lot sooner. But yeah, this is what we're going to capitalize on, right? Move straight into the boss and do it. Teammates are giving out in chat. Let's make the positive play ourselves, and let's look for something that we can do with it. This hack is pretty deep. We're actually going to use rewind, slow him down a little bit, stun him now as well. We're just doing as much damage as we can with basic attacks. Probably could have gone a little bit more aggressive myself. Wasn't sure if they'd have as many reinforcements. They actually sent Varian down bottom. That's what I wasn't sure of. If I'd been faster to check the minimap there, could perhaps have stayed in longer to do more damage, but played it safe and went out. I mean, it's still good to get damage on the Dahaka. It removes some of his cooldowns, some of his essence for the next fight. So we will get value out of it in the end. So for example, right here, this is really good dive opportunity. Here we go, perfect. Dahaka's gone way too deep. Bam, he's stunned, he's locked down, he burrowed. Nice shot by Chromie, hits everybody. But yeah, that's a pretty easy Dahaka kill. We see the whole enemy team is down bot lane. Yeah, they're all, they just can't get there in time. Dahaka walks forwards to get a tongue on Oriel. And a super easy punish, jump behind, stun, dead. Nice. I actually thought this game was kind of funny because I felt like the start of this game, like there was a whole lot of just like basic rotational mistakes from both teams, like just people going kind of weird ways. Not really, I think people just don't fully understand, the value of the PvE stuff on a map. And I think it also sort of shows because when we get down to the PvP in this game, it's actually pretty solid. It's actually pretty good, like it's not too bad at all. There's some really nice plays being made by both teams, like there's some cool team fighting stuff. So I thought that was kind of interesting. Now obviously here, just melting through these few guys in this fight. We had a nice fight. We had really good position because we killed Dahaka and we took that middle tower. So they're trying to come in from very predictable angles. There's only 4 of them, so yeah, it's just an easy mop up at that point. We get the last couple of altars. They have to try fight something, but they're at too big of a disadvantage to try. Basically, the Dahaka death and the tower going down in mid lane secures us the victory, and there you go. That was some Muradin gameplay. Yeah, he's a fun hero, right? I really like Muradin. I think he's great fun. Hopefully you guys picked up a couple of tips there. Do let me know what sort of content you would like to see. Because yeah, especially once the next season comes out, because I've been pretty burnt out recently. So it'd be nice to reinvigorate it, get a bit of a new direction, and do something a little bit different. So yeah, let me know. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.